Hello guys and welcome back to TNT Madness. So today we are back on TMFactions and I've done a few things off camera and at the moment I'm just money farming. I'm just getting the last of the sugarcane. I've farmed this a few times and I'll go over into sec what I've actually done offline. You can see there's a few random things around me like that cactus farm, or I just started it. And I've got 2 pillars there which I'll explain in a sec. So I just want to start preparing a few things. I was planning on doing a bit more before I started recording, but I just thought, why not? But so I get actually nearly a whole inventory full from doing this. So yeah, that's nearly 10k, and I've just spent quite a bit of money because this sugarcane farm is actually really effective. About 10k per harvest, and I've harvested it, I don't know, about 4 or 5 times. And I brought a hopper because what I was going to do is go buy a ton of sand and then put it into glass, but because also I have a lava lake. If I go /home, I now have lava top. The top is just the top of there because I want to build a water curtain, and then home, which is just this area here, because as elite I can only set 3 homes. So yeah, and the other thing I've done is I've set up a cactus farm, which I'll go there in a sec. But thanks to these 2 hoppers, it costs $10,000 in the store because you can't craft them because they can cause a lot of lag when a lot of people have them, so they're considered a rare item. But if I go /ftop, these are the top factions, and it's worth $5,000 in here. So if we hover over here, like 1 skeleton spawner, random stuff. They have got, yeah, so currently the richest is Eden, but Arctic has got a pretty insane base, which I'll hopefully be going over and having a look at later on this base. But I saw them working on the hole that they made, and it's insane. But what I was going to say is I'm 23rd on the list, so I'm on the top factions list, which is great. So I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere. And considering the thing's been on for 2 days, and I compare my base, well, this is not a base, but I look at some of the work like that Eden's done and that Arctic has done. Arctic is the new Ephrael. It is absolutely insane what they are doing. So I've decided at the end of the week I'm going to be just joining a faction, and for now I'm just working on my own base, and I may keep this in the background. But 2 of the corners are destroyed and the other 2 are owned by Arctic, so they have a pretty good hold on everything. Also, if you're wondering why all my building stuff is in here, I just put it in here while I was farming the sugarcane, and I put a piece of dirt on it because I logged on and someone had got all the stuff out of the chests up there, which is stupid because that means someone knows where I am. So definitely not going to be giving away the coordinates, but it means someone knows where I am, so that is not ideal. So in just a sec we'll go over and have a look at what I've done with the area over here with the corners. And this would be so boring to watch, but if I just want to show you what I've done over here, because what I want to do is make a water curtain. And for those who don't know what a water curtain is, it is pretty much the first thing that you have to make when building a base, because if someone cannons you, a water curtain essentially stops people from cobble monstering you, which is a very big pain, which is a thing where you put water and lava on top and it just creates a huge mess. But it's essentially a barrier for that, so people can't ruin your corners and that. So if we come over here, I have got a ladder system here. So in case I lose my home up the top there, I can just climb up here. And I've got a pillar over there. So what I'm going to be doing soon is finding the other 2 pillars here. But if I go /home top, I'm at the very top here. I didn't have enough ladders to actually make it all the way up here. That you can actually see like 1 pixel there, that's the ladder. And I'm going to be connecting it up there. So I'm not going to be going F-map, that would be stupid. But I've got 81 land and my power is 100 because I have 80 bonus power. So just cause. So I have 19, so I can die 4 times before I lose. And yeah, so I'm doing pretty well. Also, the reason I want to make a cactus farm is because like doing the sugarcane is fine, but if I can have it, like, I've got 2 hoppers now, so if I AFK overnight or something, which I want to do, so I might actually try and get this finished before the end of the night, and then AFK, which I actually doubt, because it's already past 10 o'clock for me, 10 PM at night. That's why there's only 15 players online, because it's 5 a.m. in the morning for people in the US, so rip them, is this. So I'm doing the same design that I did in my video, which was last week, which was the midweek video last week, which came with very mixed responses on how it went. But the whole point of the video was just saying that cactus farms are viable, and I get that. The biggest complaint with the actual video was the fact that it wasn't space efficient. It wasn't at all space efficient, which is fine because I guess you can make stuff that's quicker, but I prefer efficiency. So anyone can build whatever they want. Also, I feel like it's a bit more dangerous because with my ping, I just lag out everywhere. So I'm going to be building this. I've essentially started building it, and what I was going to do is I was going to make it transparent, so you had this really cool look when you're going through it, and I don't have my buckets on me, so that's annoying. So I'm just going to be building this. So that's hopefully this episode. I was planning on doing another time lapse, but people want me to do a third person time lapse. So I think this episode is going to be like a couple of recording sessions, like a few nights, and I'll be doing it probably mostly in progress updates because I actually want to get a lot done, because this is the only week where I can't get raided, and I would actually like to keep something like this that just is my own piece of land before the TNT ban thing goes off. Also, another thing I did while I was off camera is I added this giant cobblestone ring around here just in case I fell into the water lake so I could just come back up. So I've just done really a lot of small things. I haven't done that much, to be honest, but yeah, just a little bit of progress in between. So now I'm just going to be working on continuing what I've been doing. So I'm just giving a very quick progress update. I'm working on the second part now, and I'm going to be building it horizontally up because last time I placed the water last. But I've made a little ladder system there, which I'm going to use to build sand, because if you don't know, you can place torches underneath. And I'm going, because it's late for me at the moment, what I want to do is I want to build this up to, I want to build this 4 layers high, because I brought 64 cactus, and that's what I have. So I'm going to build that high because it's already 10:30 for me, or getting close to it. So yeah, the one issue with cactus farms is they take a while to make, and that is a pretty good reason to not build them, but I feel like the gain that you get out of them is definitely worth it. So I'm going to be building this 4 layers, then I'm going to put this on my laptop, which I have set up in my closet, and have it AFK overnight, and then check back in the morning and see how much I have. So hopefully I can get this finished before the end of the night, and because I don't want to make this super rambly as much as I did last episode, I want to keep this episode down to 20-30 minutes. I'm going to just probably continue on and then give a progress update when I'm actually finished. When you build all of your glass planes one too high. So I just finished up the cactus farm, and it is 11:30 for me. So it's taken over an hour to do, which it should not have done, but it's just because I've been talking to everyone else on the server and sorting a bunch of stuff out as well as doing this, so I got distracted. I probably could have done half the time if I didn't get so distracted, but that's the way it is currently. So now I'm going to go to bed, but I did get 4 layers done, and just ignore that random crafting table. I was just using it to make more ladders and glass panes, because as you can see I brought a ton of glass, and I actually got that, did a few more of farming of sugarcane, and now my balance is up to 2200, so we're doing pretty good. So the only thing I have to do now is I'm going to make a little AFK case up the top here, and then I'm probably going to go to bed. So next time you'll see me is tomorrow morning, when hopefully then I can show you how much money I made. So I'm just going to make a tiny little case. Also, one regret I have is glass is actually reasonably expensive, but it's almost impossible to see through the glass, and especially when you're trying to build a roof with connected glass or a connected glass texture pack, it's really hard to spot, and I keep falling into it, and I place my glass panels above it. So yeah, I'll just reply to that. So yeah, I'm gonna AFK now, and hopefully this goes well, because I've got my laptop in my closet to actually AFK in, so it should be interesting. And I probably shouldn't use glass, but also I do realize I will get kicked when it restarts, which is honestly fine, or if the internet goes out, but hopefully we at least get some cactus in that chest in the morning. So I just woke up and I'm sort of skeptical if this actually AFK'd, because half the sugarcane farms don't look like they're fully grown, so that's not a good sign. And I was kicked when I got on, which is fine because I know the server has scheduled restarts. So this is the first time I'm hopping on, so let's just check to see if we have anything. And we've got just over a stack, so I think I got kicked. That's very disappointing, but oh well, that's really all I wanted to do, so that's sort of annoying. So I guess I'll just continue AFKing because I'll be going back home early. Well, it's the morning, I've got to leave shortly, so I'm just gonna set up a proper AFK chamber in here and then actually probably AFK for a little bit more and actually see if we can get this farm properly working. So just because I want to be able to see through it, I am actually just building it out of cobblestone because it's almost impossible to see anything with glass because it's transparent, and with this new connected glass texture pack I have, you can't even really see the floor, so it's a bit trippy while trying to look at it. So I just grabbed the fence that I had from way over there, and I'm just making this little thing. I had a bucket of water. So that means I lost a bucket, so let's grab one of those, because earlier, last video I put an AFK farm there. And also another thing is I checked the comments of my video on my last Factions episode last night, and there are a lot of people saying happy birthday and just supporting the series. So thanks for everyone who did that. And is this going to work? Yeah, it's going to work. So now I just need to copy. But it's just like I mentioned it ever so briefly, and now half the comments are happy birthday. So that means a lot to me. So thanks everyone for that. So I also just want to cover this top up just in case I do get murdered, because I know some people know where I am on this map. So if I just go ahead and stick it like this, I should be all good. And hopefully this time I won't get kicked. I also just realized there's going to be no light, so I think I'll stick some glass planes there instead. But actually it'd be better to put a door, but for now it can be glass planes, as this is only temporary, as you can tell, because it's cobblestone. So I've AFK'd for a couple more hours and lunch has just finished for me, so about 2 hours of AFKing, and that doesn't look promising with that one piece of cactus sticking on the edge there. But what I'm going to do now is go down the bottom and just check to see if anything has actually changed, because I've AFK'd for about 2 hours for my ult, and I went on about half an hour or 30 minutes after I first AFK'd, and my ult got kicked. So I think that's just because of my computer and the way I have it set up to do some stuff, and I guess 2 stacks for 2 hours. So yeah, that's not particularly great at all. So what I'm essentially getting with this at the moment is I'm getting the amount of cactus that's in there is the same amount, so you get the same amount of cactus per hour, so in this case 64 per hour. So either way, I've got a little bit of cactus here, so let's just see how much this sells for. 753. So the one thing I can say by hand right now is that this is 100% not worth it. So yeah, that's not worth it. I should have stuck with a more space efficient design, or you know what, just not done cactuses at all. But I'll probably keep this farm here and use it to AFK, but it just doesn't feel really worth it having it for what I expected it to do. But oh well, it was a fun project anyway. Well, either way, now I'm going to go actually do some stuff because it's spent all day doing nothing so far. So I'm going to go actually do some stuff, and I'll either get on tonight or tomorrow. So welcome back guys. At the moment I'm currently looking at Arctic space, and Steezy was here a second ago. And I wish I could have showed you the work they had done about 2 days ago, because they had a massive hole and they had the huge base built, and I think it's like 4 to 8 chunks or something massive, because I can't even see it because that's 6 chunk render distance, so I'm pretty sure it's between 8 and 16 chunks of their main base. and they're just showing it to me. They also drilled out all of this by hand, which is insane, and now they are making God knows how many wraps. So yeah, it's just and I fell down. And they're planning on mining this out too. So yeah, it's gonna be very hard to compete. At one point I thought I could raid them. There's oh, whoops. I hope I don't. I died. Oh, whoops. So I'm not currently in their faction. I am still yet to decide which faction I am in, but it is still absolutely insane what they're doing here. They've got a ton of beacons around here, so, well, they actually only have their main one up there, but just the amount of work and effort that's gone into this is just ridiculous. This could make a lot of bases on a lot of bigger servers jealous too. So I just think it's going to be very hard, considering we're, I think, 5 or 4 days in, that it's going to be very hard to raid this base. Like, it's going to take, you're going to need, I don't know the whole design of this, so I would probably have to map it out to actually figure out how you'd raid it, but it's going to take a lot. If they only do wraps, oh wait, they're going to have regens, and they're going to have the strong regens too by the look of it. If you don't know what the strong regens are, it's essentially where you can't normally regen bust it because you have a back layer of lava that automatically regenerates it, and because of the way that that's set up behind God knows how many wraps that they're going to have, that's going to be pretty impossible to raid. Well, not impossible, but that's going to be very difficult. And by the look of it, they might have some sort of regen filter, so boy, they know exactly what they're doing, and that's very scary. So yeah, very, very strong base. So just wanted to show you guys this just because Steezy brought me over here and I thought I'd have a look. I should have recorded the other night when I had when they dug the big hole, but yeah, just something very interesting. So there's a few other things I want to shoot back on my little island as well. So we are back on my little island, but we are underground at the moment because I wanted to make a vault because of a few reasons which I'll be showing in just a sec. But while we are here, I just thought that I would because we have Kit Elite, I just thought I'd quickly get that and stick it in the chest while I can, and for some reason my my FPS went down to 30. I swear that's just a bug with fraps. I can't speak today because I've had this before when I've been recording my main videos and then it like jumps up to 60 soon enough. So hopefully that'll fix itself because I'm recording videos in 60 FPS now, which is great, and I don't want to ruin it. So I'll just quickly make a boat, but essentially what it is way over there someone's placed something, and you can see, you probably can't see the signs, but I can see some sort of signs. I have not gone over there yet, but I thought just because it will probably be interesting, I thought I would go over there and have a look to see what it is. But I'm also sort of scared, but obviously whoever it is that is there didn't raid me because I still have my red carpets. And it also means I'm definitely going in some sort of faction because there's no way I'm going to be able to get a base up in time for the end of this week to be protected, because I'm probably one of the most targeted people on the server. So yeah, I just want to be behind as many walls as I possibly can. So okay, so hi TNT Madness. I am the person that found the Nether. The first released the server, my name was Dutch Strawberry, but now I am Oscarum. Sorry for butchering that. Can I be in one of your videos? Just show this in your video and my brother will freak out. Hi Gamertag, I'm Miu Boss. We are both in Carbon. Please show us in EO. Miu freak out. Okay, so there's chests here too. TNT. Okay, so that's cool and interesting. That's not as scary as I thought it was. Luckily it's not very scary, so whoever that is, you're now in a video, so congrats about that. But I honestly thought that was going to be some sort of like death threat saying join this faction or we raid you soon or something like that, because I've already had a few of them like that and I don't need any more. So that's really all that's happened so far. I was hoping to do something more interesting, but I've just hopped on the server not long ago, and as you can see I started my sugarcane farm because this thing was a complete waste of time, and I'm just going to be getting a little bit of money from this. So my current balance is 48,000. Why is that? That's very high for what I had. Yeah, 48,000, that's quite a bit. I have no idea why it's that high, because I haven't really been farming that much, but that's my current balance. So if anything happens from now and shortly, I'll record it, but for now I'm just going to be doing some grinding and probably actually working on my vault, because I don't really feel like putting up a water curtain at this point will be that useful, so I'm probably actually just going to make a small little vault underground and actually decorate it, because I love building and I haven't done that for ages, and I better eat as well. So welcome back. So what I was doing at the moment is I was building a vault, and I was building it really deep underground, still on my island thing. And I was just going to make like a little decorative one so I could just have a small area that was mine before I join a faction or something. But however, what I might do is I might relocate to a different area, or I might fortify it somehow but still make it decorative. But at the moment I've got really caught up with trying to fix a spawner issue, so it's actually been about 2 hours since I did my last bit. Because on the server currently, which will hopefully be fixed very soon, we've had a spawner issue where you can't place down spawners, or you can place down spawners but it only makes pigs, and then you can't mine them properly, and there's no areas of silk spawners, so we can go really technical and all sorts. And we've got cube toast, I think we've got about 10 people working on this actual issue right now, because it's such a random issue. I've never had any bug like this on a server before, but it's one that we really need fixed before we put TNT online again. We just really need it fixed, and I'm getting a dedicated developer in, or maybe even two, hopefully tomorrow, to fix it. So I've just been caught up in that, so I really want to get this video done because I want to do 2 videos a week. So I've already passed 20 minutes, so I'm just going to end off the video here. So thanks for everyone who has actually watched this episode, and hopefully next episode we can do some really interesting things and maybe even get into a proper faction. And then get on to the really fun part, which will be raiding some bases. So stay tuned to that. But anyway, goodbye from TNT Madness.